Welcome to Childhood Trash, a dumpster dive into our childhood nostalgia, where we re-examine the most influential media from our youth in order to answer the question, tragic or nostalgic. I'm your host, Pia LaPaca, joined by my co-host,
Maggie Heating.
Hi, Maggie.
Hi.
Why are you laughing?
I just have so much to gab about
I
today.
know, I'm so excited to gab. So we just watched The Clique,
Yes.
the 2008 classic.
I can't wait to
2008?
talk about
Yeah.
it. I can't wait to talk about it. But
So Maggie had seen this movie before.
Yeah.
I had not. And I think we had a similar reaction.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I think we did. I think it was a overall silly experience.
Yeah.
Before we get into it, I just want to update everybody on what's been going on in our lives, which is that we can't stop watching Dance Academy.
Oh, yeah. So remember when we did those 6 episodes about Dance Academy? It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for us. So we started watching season 2, and now we're at a really crucial part in the timeline.
Crucial part in the timeline. And we started watching this 2 days ago.
2 days ago, and we've watched
And we've
20 something
25
episodes.
Because it just sucks you in so
Yeah.
much.
But this is also what we do.
It's for work. It's a tax write-off.
Oh, yeah. That's not what I meant. I just meant we are bingers of things.
I'm a binger.
Yeah.
I can sit and I can
sit and I can watch.
I can chill.
Yeah.
I can be chill, sort of.
So we did pause the Dance Academy watch to watch this movie.
Yeah.
And I think it was a worthwhile
But
experience.
I think it was a good choice just for a few reasons.
Just for a few?
But we can't spoil some of the reasons. So that we had to
stop watching Dance Academy for reasons. Let's talk about The Clique. It came out in 2008, directed by Michael Lembeck,
who
based on a young adult novel series.
Yeah, I think I've seen those around.
Yes.
Actually.
Book club?
No.
Book club?
Never again.
Okay. It was produced by Alloy Entertainment and Tyra Banks' company.
Mother!
So that's why this movie was mothering so hard.
Wait, I didn't know that. That's why
Tyra
it was
Banks
kind of
had a hand in
problematic,
this.
kind of, but not really.
It was definitely a little bit
It was a little
problematic.
problematic. But
Yeah.
it's camp, it's fine.
It's so camp.
If you're watching and you have a head on your body, you know that it's a little strange.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
So this is kind of like preteen Mean Girls, would you say?
I would say.
Like
I would say
rich northeastern preteen Mean Girls.
Yes, they oh my god, this is such an interesting setting. It takes place in Westchester, New York.
Yes.
Which is not close to where I live, but it is just outside the city. Some parts of Westchester are totally normal, and some parts are super bougie. I guess that they were just playing on that aspect of it. They kept talking about Westchester in the movie. I thought that was funny. But basically all these girls live in mansions, and they all just ride horses and play squash and go to all girls private school and buy a lot of really expensive clothing and care a lot about appearance. So that's the four and the 4 main girls of this movie are the Mean Girls girls, but 4 of them instead of 3.
So do you want to dive into the plot?
We can. Is there any other fun facts or?
Fun facts, this was filmed in Rhode Island.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. It's also where Bridget Mendler and what's her name? Samantha Boscarino met each other and became besties. And now they're not besties anymore.
Oh my god, that's one of my favorite DCOM stories, or not DCOM stories, Disney Channel stories.
Lore.
The lore. It's so good.
It's okay, we're not a drama channel.
I'm a drama channel. And you know how much I love Bridget Mendler.
Yeah.
Who is in this movie.
I feel like this movie is to Bridget Mendler what Bratz is to Natalia Ramos.
Yes, except Bridget Mendler is just so much better at acting than Natalia Ramos. I love Mother. I love her. I literally love her, but she sucks. So bad. And I love her to death, but yes, I would agree with that. This is Bridget Mendler.
Because I feel like the Bratz girls still hang out, the Clique girls, I don't know if they hang out. Let's hop into the plot. So we start with the classic new girl story. Mm-hmm. We've got the new girl, what's her name? Claire.
Claire. I love how they talk in this. It's so funny.
Claire is coming to stay in Westchester at the guest house of our other main character, Maisie.
I think it's Massey.
Massey? I read Maisie though. I think, whatever.
Massey is such a weird, name.
Massey Block. Why is her last name Block?
Literally, that's fake. But whatever.
Anyway, Massey, who's like the leader of the clique, and she's really pissed that these like this random ass family is gonna stay.
And she doesn't like that they're
her.
poor. Like that's like the first thing
poor.
she notices about them is that they're poorer.
Yeah.
Than her.
Yeah.
They might not even be super poor. They're just not like wealthy buckets of money.
For real. But this movie starts off with Massey wanting to go to a party.
Yeah.
And she can't go to the party because she has to go to this family dinner with a new family that they're hosting. And she gets on this 4-way phone call and we got the split screen. And she's telling everyone that the party's gonna be lame because the girl hosting it has lice.
So they should all go.
So
she didn't cut her hair short because she wanted to look like Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
She cut it short because she had lice.
And so they all like agree not to go, and so she's like, perfect. And she's literally like in 7th grade, but she's like such a queen.
Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with her.
To reiterate, she's the worst, but she's a queen.
Oh, but I'm obsessed with her.
But I'm obsessed with her. And
I'm obsessed with her. She's my
like
favorite
Blair,
character in this
She's
movie.
like Blair Waldorf.
Yeah.
But like littler and eviler almost.
So Massey's like disgusted by Claire's very presence. She gives her like a charm for her charm bracelet, and she's like, that's so gross. It's silver. She has a gold charm bracelet. It doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Claire's just trying to be nice. Like the thing about Claire is she's just trying to be nice.
She's just a nice girl. Sort of.
She's not very nice.
You think?
She's a little bit evil.
I think towards the middle she gets evil, but I think it's because she's forced to be. Like, she doesn't choose to be evil.
I want to make a case.
Okay.
Can I make a case?
I'm in defense of Claire.
Okay.
But you're anti-Claire?
I don't like Claire. Claire annoyed me the entire movie.
Okay.
I'm not making a case for bullying, but I am making a case for why do you want to be friends with people that don't want to be your friends?
That's true.
Like,
That's very
I don't
true.
think there's any point in trying to do that.
That's very true. But I also think there is something to the dynamic of like, oh, like everybody wants to be their friend. Like everybody wants to be liked by this person, even if like you realize you don't
But
really want to be their friend.
I just don't think that's a real thing.
That might be true. I don't know though. I don't know. I feel like it can be pretty prevalent in like middle school, high school, especially like smaller groups of people. There's always like one person that you're like, oh, I want to be their friend. I could tell a story, but I don't think it. I don't want to tell it on the podcast. Okay, I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after it's tea.
Oh my god.
But I do think it's a thing that people like want to be liked.
Yeah.
But they might not realize that they don't want to be actually friends with those people.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. But I just think like it's stupid.
Yeah, but I thought that she was just a little middle school girl.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually the worst in middle school.
Yeah.
Like, I just remember being so evil and mean.
Really? I think I peaked at 12.
Really? Like, I just remember, like, other girls were so mean to me, and I was so mean to other girls, and life sucked at that age. Like, I hated my life. Like, 7th grade was one of my least favorite years of school.
Like 2016 was like the year of my life. Like I loved 2016.
Really? Okay, so that's something that's different about I loved being 14.
Oh, 2014 Tumblr? Oh, yeah. I loved 2014.
Yeah. But I loved when I was in 8th grade. 8th grade hit.
8th grade
But these girls are in 7th grade,
yeah.
and 7th grade was my least favorite year almost, except for sophomore year.
First panic attack in 7th grade.
Yeah, 7th grade was just hell on earth. Everybody hated everybody.
I just felt like it got better. Like 6th grade was really bad. 7th grade was like better. 8th grade was the best.
Yeah, 8th grade was lit.
Yeah. 8th grade was really
Did you have
fun.
a DC trip or anything?
Yeah.
Oh my god, did you like your DC trip?
Yeah.
I just like knowing if people had DC trips. I had a DC trip. It was so fun.
How long was it?
It was a couple days. It was like a weekend or something.
Yeah,
it was so fun. It was so fun though.
Yeah,
anyway,
I enjoyed it. I had a good time.
I just feel like our middle school experiences are so relevant to this movie. I don't know. I felt really understood by this movie. I don't know about you.
I didn't feel understood, but I love like Hell as a teenage girl. Like, yeah. I feel like there's nothing worse than like a 12-year-old girl. And I feel like this movie really captured that.
I just think that's the essence of this movie. And it's so hard to describe the plot because it's just like made up of so many little moments that you just need to witness.
But we'll get to the plot.
We will get to the plot.
So let's talk about Massey meeting Chris Abley.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Chris Abley in this movie?
Okay, so at first I was not a fan of Chris Abley.
Okay.
At first, I was like, he's in high school.
He's a freshman in high school.
And he's being set up as the love interest for these 7th grade girls. And I was extremely shocked and saddened by that. And then, like, the movie goes, like, literally we don't find this out until, like, 30 minutes until the movie's over.
No, we found it, like, 30 minutes into the movie.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That he had a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Were you not paying attention?
No, I totally was. No, I literally was.
Because,
wait, when is
because
that? When
Claire finds out.
Okay,
from
maybe it's like
Lane.
halfway. Maybe it's like halfway. Whatever.
I'm pretty sure it's in the beginning of the movie.
I don't think it's in the beginning.
I'm
of the
pretty
movie.
sure it's.
But whatever, because she has the whole crush thing, and then she finds out he has a girlfriend. So it takes a little bit. It takes a little bit to get there. Whatever.
It's pretty close to the beginning of the movie. It's like after the sleepover.
Whatever. Okay, so we thought that he was being set up as the love interest, and that's how you're meant to think that, and then you're meant to be like, ew.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like told through the perspective of the little teenage girls, so we don't get to see like that he actually has a girlfriend, obviously. But he does have a girlfriend his age, and so he just is being friendly.
Yeah.
Which is a nice twist. Sometimes they like do weird shit with this. Like, did they do something weird like this in the Traveling Pants movies?
No, they were actually bad.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like they did have like a
an inappropriate age difference
with the.
It was Blake Lively's character and the teacher.
And the teacher.
Yeah. But so they're on a horseback. Massey, what the fuck? I don't know. Massey.
They call her Mass, which is so weird.
She meets Chris Abley and he's like horseback riding and they have a cute little moment and she's like flirting hardcore and they basically like make plans to go like see each other over the weekend. Claire meets Lane, played by Vanessa Morano in this movie.
Can I just say one thing?
About what?
Vanessa Morano has always driven me crazy.
Oh, really?
Literally crazy. I don't know. She just irks me so much. I hated her in Gilmore Girls.
Well, that's her character.
No, I just hate it. I hate her voice.
Oh.
I hate her. I'm sorry.
Okay. I know a lot of people don't like her character in Gilmore Girls, which I understand.
Her character in Gilmore Girls is such a flop, and I just, every time she shows up in a movie, I'm like, I understand why she got cast, because she's like charming and young and like kind of got like quirky, whatever. Mm-hmm. I just hate it. I hate it for some reason.
I love Vanessa Morano. I loved Switch at Birth, so
I didn't finish that show. Maybe that would convince me.
I don't think I finished that show either, but I did love her in that. But anyway, she's like the weird girl, and she's also significantly Chris Abley's sister.
There you go.
And Claire meets Chris outside of the school, and they have a little moment. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Oh my god, this guy named Chris on a skateboard. I like him." And Lane also notably eats oatmeal,
apparently,
and brings it in like a thermos to school, which
comes back later.
But I don't know about bringing oatmeal as lunch.
I wouldn't do that personally. The only times I've ever like eaten oatmeal like willingly is because like my dad made it for breakfast and I didn't want to tell him that I don't like oatmeal.
You don't like oatmeal?
It's fine. I wouldn't like choose it. Oatmeal. I wouldn't choose it.
Okay.
But, or like I had COVID last year in the dorms, like making oatmeal was just like the easiest thing to do. So I was just like living off oatmeal. It was awful.
Oh. All right. Then we get to the weekend sleepover. Mm-hmm. So the 4 main girls are having a sleepover at Massey's house. And Claire is invited by Massey's mom, and Massey's notably pissed about this.
Yes.
But she shows up in her little button-down PJs. And this sleepover is the cutest starting thing you've ever seen in your life.
Oh my god, I wanted to be at this sleepover so
bad.
I
loved it.
I would have had so much fun at this sleepover.
Yeah.
I would have been the one being like, guys, should we play Truth or Dare? Oh my god.
I
would
think about me, I hope to God I will never play Truth or Dare again in my life. I have always been burned by a Truth or Dare.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Do you have a horror story?
I have many a horror story about a Truth or Dare.
Please share. No. I'm always sharing crazy personal stories on the podcast.
I think that's your job. I think that's your lane. That's not mine.
That's true. No, man. I would have probably been the person being like, "Come on, Pia, let's play." And then you would be like,
no. Here's the thing. Here's what's happened to me in the past playing Truth or Dare.
Here we go.
People are like, "Let's play Truth or Dare," and then they're like, "Pia, go first." And then they make me do something crazy because I picked Dare, obviously. And then they make me do something crazy, and then we stop playing the game. So it's just we made Pia do something absolutely horrible. And I'm just
what did you do?
I've done bad things.
What did you do? What did you do?
We don't want to talk about it right now.
What did you do?
No, it's horrible.
So
Teenage
bad.
Girls suck.
That's very true. Teenage girls are very, very mean.
Yeah, but I like a prank call. That's
a prank call is fine. Look, for dares, if I have to leave the room, I'm not doing it. That's my thing. That's my thing. I wouldn't do
That's
that
fair.
to somebody. I wouldn't make them like do something horrible.
So they play Truth or Dare, and Claire gets dared to tell them their crush, her crush. They, them.
Claire, they, them. No.
No.
Claire.
She, her.
Caress.
And she's like beating around the bush for a while, and then she's like, wow, I met this guy named Chris, and he has like beautiful eyes and like swoopy hair and a skateboard, and they're like, we were just talking about him, that's like literally the guy that's
Massey's crush.
in love with.
Yeah. So then they start being mean to her again.
Yeah. They're constantly mean to her, and honestly, I don't care. She deserved it.
She didn't do anything. She literally didn't do anything.
Exit the situation. Don't put yourself in the situation.
She kept trying to exit the situation.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did. She got up to leave. She got up to leave, and then they were like, no, stay. Like they're being mean, but then they're being like nice. They're like sandwiching it so that she like stays, you know? It's like
I don't feel like they were nice enough for her to stay.
I don't know. She just I felt for her. I felt for her. She was just a girl.
Anyway, she lied to Lane.
Yeah.
That's the note. Yeah, and Lane's pissed about it because she finds out. Correct.
Oh. Okay.
You can explain that.
Okay, yeah. So basically, Massey goes to walk her dog at the same time every day.
Yeah.
And we learn this but she gets into her room for the first time because she goes to talk to her about the pool thing, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we just basically, yeah, she goes to walk her dog at the same time every day, and she goes to her house to like figure out, like, Claire goes to Massey's house because they live on the same property but in different houses.
Yes.
She goes to like try and talk to her, I guess, about whatever incident occurred, something, and her mom's like, oh, like she's walking her dog, but you can wait in her room. And while Claire's waiting in Massey's room, she gets on her computer and she decides to start messing with things. Because if I was her, I would do the same exact thing.
And you're evil. Like, you're evil for that.
I wouldn't say the things that she said. But I would snoop.
Horrible things.
I would snoop for sure. Not sure I would message people, but I would
So
snoop.
she pretends to be Massey and messages the other 3 girls in the gang.
Mm-hmm.
And she, like, fat shames one of them. The other one, she tells, like, she's best friends with Claire. And then the other one, she, like, makes her reveal a giant secret, which is that she's broke as fuck. And then Massey gets back to the computer and she's like, what are they talking about? Why are they all hating me? And then everyone starts hating Massey.
Yeah. Something that's established early on in the movie is the lip gloss company thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just a little running theme. So basically, Teddy Duncan, who I forgot her name in this. Chris. She's like the smart one, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, they're all, like, different tropes or whatever. I hate when there's always, like...
She's Sporty Spice.
I hate when there's always a trope of, like, one of the girls that just likes to eat. And that's her thing. I hate that. It drives me crazy. It's so dumb. That's the worst thing about those, like, 2000s movies. There's always a character that's like that. Honestly, Kat from Dance Academy is kind of like that sometimes. But they're like, oh, I just like to eat.
I mean, but, like, me too.
I know, but it's just like a weird thing, and then they make fun of her weight in this a lot, which is, like, stupid. But, so, she's the smart one, and then she has this, like, business project, basically, that's, like, she has to come up with a company, basically sell products and whatever, and it's 60% of her grade, and they're gonna make a makeup company, which Claire came up with the name for, which is Glambition, which is horrible.
I love Glambition.
Okay. And
I love that.
all the girls are gonna help Teddy Duncan with it. The 4 girls minus Claire. No Claire. She's not involved. Yeah.
So true.
So they're just working on that throughout the movie.
I didn't understand because their plan was to, like, showcase this invention on their school trip to New York. But if it's a school project, why are you, like, selling it to people on your class field trip?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like, wouldn't you just turn it in to your, like, assignment?
To your teacher?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. I think that it was just for, like, drama.
Okay.
At the end.
That's fair.
Because there is drama at the end with it, but suspend your disbelief.
All right, I'll try. Okay. So, very a la Mean Girls, Claire becomes, like, the new head honcho. And everyone starts listening to what Claire has to say, and they sit with her at lunch, and they don't sit with Massey, and it's the whole thing. And Massey's, like, really confused. She's really, like, what happened to all my friends? And she gets the lip glosses in the mail, and so she convinces Chris to come over and get them, and she like has this talk with her. She's like why are you so mad at me? And she's like, well, you said I said this thing to you and then you acted like you forgot. And she's like, when did that happen? Because I was outside walking my dog and that was not me.
I was walking my dog. I have to go walk my dog.
Yeah, at 10 o'clock at night. What? She should be in bed.
She should be in bed.
And so they basically figure out that it wasn't her that was sending the IMs. It was Claire. And they send her an IM that's like, you're not even done. You're well done. Like,
you are well done.
And
cooked.
You're cooked. You're toast. I thought that was funny. And then they go back with Massey, and then they start icing Claire out again.
One thing about these girls is that they are back and forth so much in this movie. Like, at least 3 times. Yeah. At least. Yeah. They hate her, and then they love her, and then they hate her, and then they love her.
Yeah. But that's just teenage girls, I feel.
I feel that as well.
Preteen girls.
Preteen girls.
They all reconcile, and the big event that's happening in this movie is what's it called? The auction?
Yeah, the auction at the end.
The auction is happening at the end. That's like what we've been building towards. Rich people. I don't know why. Yeah. But before the auction is the field trip? Yes.
Yeah.
So they go to New York.
Yeah.
And they get on the bus and they're like, listen up, ladies and gents. We got the newest thing. It's called Glambition. And they hand out all these lip glosses that they made. Mm-hmm. And they're made with peanut oil. And they're edible.
I had a question about this. I was really confused.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning they were like, oh, we can't use peanut oil because Massey's allergic? Did I mishear that?
No, they did say something like
that. They did say something, but then they made it with peanut oil anyway.
Yeah.
So Massey couldn't even use the product.
I don't know if they said that Massey was allergic, but they said something like that.
I thought it was something like, somebody was allergic to it. I don't know.
Yeah. They definitely said we can't use peanut oil, and then they used peanut oil.
And then it's just not a question.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
IDK.
IDK.
But they give everyone these lip glosses, and then like literally half the student body has a peanut allergy, and so their lips all get swollen up, and they're like freaking out, and they're gonna sue them. And Claire gets a text that says oatmeal is like a natural, I don't know, soother of whatever they're experiencing. And so she's like, Lane has oatmeal, and she gets oatmeal from Lane, and they rub them all over their lips, and then they're fine. And Claire saves the day.
It was just kind of like the lip injection lip gloss.
Yeah.
You know what that stuff is? That's kind of what it looked like, but it was like
but that doesn't
more comical.
That doesn't do that crazy.
I think I just have a bad reaction to that stuff.
Oh.
It didn't look like that, but it was pretty bad.
It was bad?
Yeah.
Oof. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I love a plumping lip gloss.
I like it when it wasn't as severe as whatever I used that one time.
Okay.
It was like the extreme lip injections. Yeah.
From toothpaste?
Yeah. It was like there was the regular and the
extreme.
Yeah.
Couldn't handle it.
I couldn't handle the heat. Everyone's got the big lips, and then they're all like, yay, she saved the day.
Thank you.
And then I just forgot where we left off.
No, you're good.
And then the charity auction. So that's kind of the next big event here. And it also happens to be on Chris Abley's birthday. This was so bizarre.
This is so strange. Chris Abley shows up with his girlfriend, and Massey has the greatest idea. She's like, what if I jumped out of a cake and surprised him? And I was also wearing a shirt that said, I heart Chris Abley. And so she's in this little cake, and they're rolling it out, and they're like, let's all say happy birthday to Chris Abley. And Claire figures out that she's in the cake, and she like stops it by like distracting everyone, and rolls the cake back out and like gets Massey out of there. And that was, I thought it was going to be disastrous.
Yeah.
I really thought she was going to jump out.
I was preparing for like a really embarrassing moment. Yeah. But I don't know, I guess she saved the day. But Claire was like going around like trying to make amends for what she did to everybody before this. And then this was like her final like, aha, I'm redeemed act.
Yeah, she's like, I'm better than you vibes.
Yeah. It might be. It's just the shirt is so funny. The I Heart Chris shirt. Where did she get it?
She made it.
She make it.
She made it.
I just
DIY,
love it.
girl.
I just love it. I just love it. She's perfect, and her hair. Like the whole movie, she's got on all of these like clothes that like a 30-year-old would wear. Yeah. And then for this last scene, she comes out in this like purple frilly skirt and this like crop top that says I Heart Chris. I'm forgetting his last name. Abley. And you're like, wait, what? She's
just a girl. I don't know what you want from her.
Blinded by love, I guess. It's
yeah,
so funny.
she's She's just a girl.
That's so funny.
And they basically reconcile because they find out that Massey actually sent the text about the oatmeal and wanted Claire to get the credit. Mm-hmm. And Massey was actually like, oh, this is the same as in Dance Academy when that bitch-ass teacher was like jealous of Tara. Mm-hmm. Because Massey was jealous of Claire because she was like fresh meat or whatever, and like she knew people would like her because she's nice.
She's nice. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What else? Like the ending, it ends on just like
she's like, I hope tomorrow will be a better day.
Yeah, it's like
yay,
and it's like a close up of her face or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you think of the fashion in this movie?
I loved it. It ate.
It's beautiful.
I loved it so much. I mean, I understand what you mean by like they were all like 12-year-olds just like they were like 42.
Yeah, but I kind of loved it.
But I loved it.
No, don't get me wrong. I don't think that was wrong at all.
Okay.
I think that was perfect.
Okay.
And
Good.
should never be touched.
Good. I agree.
I think that was correct. I think it added to the humor of the movie.
Yeah.
Because you're like, what?
And I mean, they act, they're petty and they're teenage girls, but like they do act like older.
Yeah, they're like the Sex and the City girls if they were like super mean and like tiny.
Yeah, and like 12.
Like 12.
One of my favorite outfits was Massey's first outfit in the beginning with the red shirt and the blazer.
It's a good outfit.
That's iconic to me.
I liked Chris's first outfit.
With the ruffles?
If there were no ruffles, I would have loved it.
Okay.
But she had these like tall boots and these little socks and like a little skirt. I thought it was cute. I liked it. But good fashion. Good fashion
for real. Mm-hmm. And like for an early 2000s movie, that is like pretty hard to come by. Like,
I agree.
And I loved, oh my God, one of my favorite jokes that they have in this movie is every time they see a tracksuit, they go punch buggy
Punch buggy, or no, they say like tracksuit, Juicy Couture tracksuit, no punch bags, something like that. But it's like
it's so funny.
They're just like there's so many little bits that they have that are just so like cute and like perfect. I just like I haven't seen this since I was like probably around the age that they were. Mm-hmm. I remember watching this movie at sleepovers a lot. This would always be my go-to movie for sleepovers because it was like fun because we didn't like if our parents weren't around. It was fun because they say bitch in this movie.
They do say bitch,
and they talk about like bras and stuff in this movie.
Yeah,
and it felt like grown up, you know. Yeah. To watch this movie.
That's
but it's just very like I like how honest it is about like being like 12, 13. At 12, 13, like I was probably like being crazy and stupid like that too. So I think it's funny. I think it's very funny. I think I am.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes like those kinds of movies get censored, I guess, like for Disney or something like that.
It's kind of like you've seen the new Mean Girls, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's only one thing I want to mention about it, and then we can stop talking about it. But I felt like they tried to make them less mean.
Yeah, they did.
And I felt like that was really stupid.
Because kids are mean.
Because kids are mean, and also like it's not saying like it's cool to be mean. It's literally saying the exact opposite. So like let them be as mean as possible.
Yeah, agreed.
Like cartoonishly
mean. Yeah, and that is like this is a good example.
I just remember in one of the songs in Mean Girls, they took out like body shaming joke, and I was like, they're mean. They're
supposed to be awful.
This is what they do.
Yeah, they're supposed to
be
awful.
They're the worst. Like they would do that.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
I hated that movie. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, it was bad. Okay. I didn't finish that movie. It was really bad. Okay. It reminded me a lot of this movie. Not in that it was bad, but in that it was like Mean Girls.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm sure that this like came after. This is like a spawn of Mean Girls.
But I don't know when the books came out though.
Oh, that's true. That's a
good
point.
Book series.
That's a good point, actually.
We didn't talk about Dylan Minnette. How do you feel about Dylan Minnette's performance in this movie?
He's in like 2 scenes and he's perfect.
Yeah.
He's just a cute little guy. He's always the annoying little brother, and it works really well for him.
I think
as a young kid.
He's kind of like, he's a little creepy in this movie.
He's meant to be a little creepy. Yeah.
He like has a big crush on Massey and like hides under her bed. Mm-hmm. And really wants
a photo of her with none of her friends in the photo.
Yeah,
he looks like 8.
Yeah,
so it's like
yeah, he's at the stage he was when he was in that episode of Grey's. Like,
oh my god, yeah. I forgot he was in Grey's.
Fill me New Year's.
Goodbye.
That's what he says.
Grey's Anatomy. I have so much to say about that. I could do a whole.
Oh my god, they just added Grey's Anatomy to Hulu, and now I'm getting all these ads for watch Grey's Anatomy again on Hulu, and I'm like, I can't watch it again.
You could though.
In this economy, I can't watch it again.
You could. I love Grey's Anatomy. I do love Grey's Anatomy. I do. It's going on too long, but I do love it. It's fun.
I stopped watching Grey's Anatomy at like season 9. So.
Oh. Okay. Wait. This is really embarrassing. I've seen like all of Grey's Anatomy.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't judge.
There was a phase in my life I needed it. You know?
That's fair.
I needed it.
I think you did.
I needed it. And it was there for me when I needed it.
Yeah.
So if there were 19 seasons of Dance Academy, you best believe I'd be sad.
If Sammy was in 19 seasons of Dance Academy,
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. If we don't continue the show, it's fine.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we're not spoiling the show. But that's actually a thing that I do. Like I have done in the past. I've been like, I don't want this to end, so I don't finish it.
Yeah.
Like I never finished New Girl.
No.
Because I don't want it to end.
Sad. You just rewatch it.
No, I do. I am rewatching it right now.
That's like one of the most rewatchable shows.
I'm rewatching it right now.
I love that show.
I'm on season 6.
Perfect. Perfect.
I'm loving it. But this movie, would I watch it again? Sure.
Yeah.
I'd put it on.
I'd put it on if in like a couple of years. I don't know. I don't think I could watch it again this year.
Oh no.
But like if
Probably
in like
not.
a year or two someone was like, we need like a goofy movie for girls, I'd be like, oh, I know.
Yeah, I'd say it's up there with like A Wild Child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fun.
I think movies that came out in 2008 are just superior. Like 2008 was a pretty good year for movies.
Oh man, we have a good one that came out in 2008. What is it? We were talking
Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging.
I can't wait
our
to watch
next
that.
movie.
That's our next movie.
Also a 2008 classic.
Yes. Maybe Camp Rock.
Camp Rock came out in 2008.
Yeah.
Housing Crisis of 2008.
That whole thing.
Anything else stand out to you about this movie?
The music is really fun.
The music is really fun. I also
Good
noticed
soundtrack.
that. Good soundtrack. Very like upbeat and
classic
poppy.
2000s music.
Very 2000s.
Oh my god, my childhood. I just felt her in there. I loved it. This is a nice little time capsule.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Not with the not boarding school. You know what I mean? Private school or the girls that like Prada, but like the sleepover vibes. And
it was Emerson Core though.
It was
for real.
Yeah. So what's up next? Oh wait, no. What's your rating?
My rating is nostalgic.
I would give this a nostalgic too.
It was really fun. It was really good.
I think we talked about this before we watched it. I think we were kind of expecting it to like flop a little bit.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be kind of weird.
The worst.
Yeah.
I think it does a really good job of like, I don't think anyone in this movie is very likable. And I also don't think it's trying to push a really heavy message.
Yeah.
And I think those things make it work.
Yeah, because it's not supposed to be taken too seriously.
Yeah.
I also think the acting is cute.
Yeah.
It's like
Richard Mendler, so good.
I love her. Mother. No, nothing is taken too seriously in this movie, and that is what makes it work. I think that's probably the summary of this one. Very good.
For real.
What do we have next?
Next, we're watching my favorite 2008 movie, Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging.
I can't wait to watch
the Nickelodeon classic.
And then Journey
to the Center of the Earth.
That's sooner than we expect. We're gonna watch both Journey to the Center of the Earth movies. So Journey movies.
Both journeys.
So we have Journey to the Center of the Earth and Journey to the Mysterious Island.
Oh, it has a subtitle?
Yes. Oh. Journey to the Mysterious Island.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know how like Fast and Furious 2 is like called Too Fast, Too Furious?
I love when titles do that.
Yeah, I feel like they should have done something like that.
That'll be really fun. Those were my literal favorite movies for like 5-6 years of my life between the ages of like 7 and 12.
Cool.
Good stuff. So thank you so much for watching or listening to this episode of Childhood Trash. You can follow us on @ChildhoodTrashPod on Instagram or TikTok. And you can follow Pia @Pia LaPlaca.
And you can follow Maggie @Maggie and Keating.
We'll see you next Thursday.
Bye.